Yo guys, what's going on? Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal that's happening in less than a minute. We are on the official live stream right now, and we're going to be reacting to the whole entire trailer. I'm not sure if this is like creator gameplay that's going to be live streamed or not, but we are on the official IGN live stream right now. You can see their logo in the bottom right corner. We are on the official live stream, so hopefully it is not some of the creator gameplay and it is actual Call of Duty Activision sponsored gameplay. 30 seconds left to go. The last 15 minutes since 12:45 has just been this surveillance screen and a couple audio cues, so we'll see what's happening. Looks like we got a map there now. It's the first time that's come up, but I'm really excited, man. I expressed my concerns in a recent video, a couple, like 20 minutes ago maybe, and, you know, movement, a little bit of an issue, some machine gun power, a little bit of an issue, but other than that, the game looked alright from the gameplay I saw. The gameplay was really low quality, but I saw about 4 minutes of it, and it seemed pretty good. So, let's see what we got. Let's get into it, man. I'm excited. David Vondar. Love this guy.
Missions, the weapons, the characters, and the systems. And you know, we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly to you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to expect from the Black Ops game is that we are never quite satisfied with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things shouldn't change, and for every multiplayer game we make, one thing has to: how we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer trailer.
A lot of intel in the room. If you guys didn't notice, a lot of stuff that's going to need to be looked at. A lot of stuff right there. Maps, guns, PlayStation 5 footage, love that. Okay. M16. Oh. Suppressed Uzi, maybe?
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
You're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operate in the shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Ooh, okay. Hoping that's like a streak. For the love of God. RPG. This is probably going to be Warzone. Or Ground War. Swimming is back. Thank you, man. Let's go. The RPD looks nice. Saw a little bit of the slide right there. Can we fly those jets? That's what I need to know. This has got to be Warzone. Oh my god, tanks? Tomahawks are back. Kind of like that sight. Ooh, did you guys see that sliding while shooting? That was something. A lot of stuff to break down right there.
Pre-order digital copy and get early access to the open beta.
Beta October 8th.
Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
You just saw it. This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s. But it's still a Black Ops game. And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars. Deniable operations that deploy around the world. Signature combat tailored to how you play. Connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to
Confirmed right there.
facets of multiplayer. We're going to show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw, and the things you never did. The missions that stay off the books, and the targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, the deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative that influences every bit of our world building. For Black Ops Cold War, that world building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing players into a narrative of unfolding events. The fight to recover a downed satellite in the Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of Miami's famed South Beach. Deniable ops are the Black Ops stories inspired by history, but forgotten by the history books. We've selected 5 maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer.
That's a lot.
Later today, you'll see them playing. But here's a few of my teammates to share what they love most from how they were made.
I know some creators we'll be seeing is Swag and
I'm Kendall Snow,
Nick
Associate
Merckx.
I'm Brittany Perello, producer.
I'm Matt Kutris, senior locals.
In Satellite, a top-secret American recon satellite has
lost power and crashed in the deserts of Angola. With higher DGI forces closing in,
now it's a race to secure the crash site.
what I love about Satellite is the fact that it's just this amazing natural space.
Because larger maps have more components, we can apply more details into maps like Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a king of the hill. Anyone who wants it has to run toward you, because it's raised higher than the rest of the map.
I'm usually playing one of 2 ways. All in, full ham, dying again and again. Or in objective modes, I'll flank and get the jump on people. Satellite scratches both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's 2 different regions mean I can play long and short range tactics.
I'll be honest, I am trash with the sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big fan of close quarters combat, and there is great cat and mouse style gameplay in
Ooh.
Satellite.
The crash
I love that pistol.
Super fun spot to try and outplay your enemies. Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the satellite and take your shot.
This is
Another look
one
at the
of those
slide.
classic Black Ops maps the world knows and loves for how quickly engagements fire up. East and West collide on the open seas in a top-secret mission.
Inspired by a real-life event, Project Azorian, CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converge to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine in the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into massive naval conflict as players battle for control of large naval vessels.
With no lanes walling you in, players can engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles like wake runners and gunboats. Armada is chaos in the best way.
This really cool map that gives this amazing sense of exploration. There are so many little individual areas to find and new ways to surround or flank enemies and get the upper hand.
They're really going for the battlefield feel, which isn't a bad thing at all.
Has been discovered right in the heart of the USSR, in the shadow of Moscow's opulent train station. With Spetsnaz dispatched, the area has gone hot.
So the Moscow map is set in the dead heart of a big city. So you're wandering through these streets with a bunch of cars, and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
I'm kind of liking this map.
First thing I do is run right to the center because that's where all lanes cross in the Moscow map. And
This shotgun's gonna be annoying.
it doesn't take long. People are going to run through the metro station. So you can just sit there and wait, but chances are there's going to be people running right to your line of fire right off the bat.
It's a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
Love to hear that. Treyarch does the 3 lanes the best.
1980. This location is heavily influenced by Miami's famous, or perhaps infamous, Ocean Drive. This is a night map, but one unlike players have seen before.
You can sneak through dark, shadowy alleys, go out onto the beach, out into the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
The first time I played through Miami, I could hear this 80s nightclub music playing through the walls of one of the buildings. Little details make it lifelike, and it becomes this joy to experience.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center because that is sniper heaven, and that is Brittany hell. So
Those snipers look really good, I gotta say.
Get those snipers from the back.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible light
Ooh.
experience to the players. You'll see that play out when you sneak in the shadows on the beach.
And a lot of Plaza vibes.
Engage enemies in the center strip.
It really makes people feel like they're in Miami in the 80s. It's pretty cool.
In Crossroads, NATO has learned a large Soviet missile convoy is on its way to the border.
Special forces dispatch alongside the MI6 to ambush the convoy and secure the weapons before all hell breaks loose.
Soviet convoy disabled.
It's one of our most cinematic maps with a boots-on-the-ground feel that feels pulled from the campaign.
Your team will want to hold down and protect its own outpost to guarantee access to one of these tanks. But infantry combat doesn't take a backseat in Crossroads, as natural terrain and foliage masks movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when you first spawn, and it's a mad dash to grab one. And now, running people over with the snowmobile is my favorite thing to do.
Each environment changes the dynamic of how you play and caters to unique loadouts. Crossroads is a bigger map, and that allows you to play the way you want to play.
The beaches of Miami, a frozen over lake, the open ocean. Our visual research department racked up miles visiting them all. Because if you're going to deploy around the globe in this game, that required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step
Love
one
it.
of that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets ensure our upgraded, physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with the true color and tone. Ray tracing on systems that support it. Photometric lighting courtesy of our Luminaire system, and overhauled contour terrain system. The result is gritty, it's believable, I dare say it's got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on modes and missions ahead.
We've talked a little bit about where you'll play, but let's talk about what you'll play when you get there. In Black Ops Cold War, our classic game modes are returning and they're better than ever. From the tried and true Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Search and Destroy, to
Love
the
it.
return of the competitive game mode Control, we've taken a fresh eye to all of your favorites. We're encouraging more meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and domination. We're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And
Love
now
that.
we show you where the next Hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight. Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the most rewarding and competitive multiplayer experience yet.
Ooh, flashlight right there.
They're coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be going to next. With that, let me introduce you to my teammate Acez-Gaming.
Matt needs to loosen up a little bit.
The brand new multiplayer experience we call VIP Escort.
I've seen this mode a little bit. It kind of reminds me of like a CS:GO mode, because you like go down in it.
But completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise. The result is extraction in its purest form.
I should say it reminds me of Heist from Black Ops 4.
Game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as a VIP, your #1 job is to live. In this team-based op, your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP, you'll skip create a class. You're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with a kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that your team knows what the hell it's doing. The mission, stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last stand and revive.
Yep, there, I just said it. You got the revive system. God, that slide is going to be terrible, man. It's bugging me.
Will your team pull Cold War mind games and misdirection by splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP? Or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My personal keys to victory? I stick close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
It has potential.
Share another new way to play that goes above and beyond that classic 6v6 experience you've come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets bigger and badder, bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat experience.
So where I'll be at.
In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles, each customized and unique to its own environment. But these battles aren't just bigger or more chaotic. We've worked hard to ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground and all-out vehicular warfare complement and enhance one another on each map. Tanks, snowmobiles, wake runners, gunboats, and more. These vehicles amplify the action, sure, but they also create jaw-dropping moments right in the middle of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood. If I'm going for the win, it's rally time, and I'm pushing to capture every objective on the map. Whether that means loading up a gunboat on Armada or popping smokes so my team can cross the frozen lake in Crossroads, I'm putting my try-hard pants on and making it happen. And that's the thing, in Combined Arms, almost anything can happen. I'll seek out fun moments that aren't possible in other modes, like ziplining onto the enemy ship and seeing how long I can last before getting taken out. At launch, you can expect even more Combined Arms maps and modes, each tailored and tuned to bring the most fun, frenetic action this format can deliver. Take Armada, our most unique map to date. You saw earlier that the only life preservers on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner? Gather your squad and store...
This map's too big for 12v12. At least it seems that way.
Armada is Combined Arms Domination realized, bringing high stakes, high-speed combat to the high seas. On Crossroads, you'll trade your wetsuit for a snowsuit, fighting for control of Soviet bunkers across the frozen tundra. With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping onto a snowmobile for a quick flank, or rolling up your sleeves and sticking on some C4, the story is yours to write in Combined Arms.
I think they need to change it to like 24-24 or something like that. Because I mean, Ground War has 32 versus 32 in Modern Warfare and still feels kind of slow sometimes.
Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination, and it all stacks up to our most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected. If you're a Call of Duty League fan, we have a bunch of new stuff lined up just for you. Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer
Be interested in that.
everyone, but these will be your deniable operations. And now I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
Thanks, Matt. Now, a lot has changed for us since the first Black Ops game. From our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights. Now we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings.
Yeah.
It's feeling the power of your weapon, how it reacts in your hands. It's the sound of bullets storming past you, the rattle and bang of firing your weapon. In Cold War, we're back to plausible, authentic.
Kind of looked like an AS Val earlier.
That has allowed us to not only refine the feel of the game, but
No way, it could be though.
foundations of Black Ops. Heads-up gameplay, automated healing, and grounded movement. Keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also inspired a fresh wave of thinking across our creative class and score streak system.
That was like an M14 or something.
That bring unprecedented transparency to your planning and cinematic wow moments to when you're playing. Now, innovating systems while still capturing that signature Black Ops super smooth feel is a notoriously tricky thing to get just right. And we put everything we have into it for each game. This is an absolute team effort. So I brought some of my friends from the combat
Guys, I gotta be honest, I do not agree with him. I don't think they did.
signature combat that feels just right.
Because the slide, I just want them to show the sliding. So you guys can see what I'm talking about.
From across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land on a truly best-in-class weapon experience. The gun is almost always right in front of you and must look great. From a gun seams down to its grime, the level of detail in Black Ops Cold War has never been higher. But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game, whether you're clocking from long range or firing from the hip. When we think about a gun, we think about the way it looks, the way it's going to move, but a big part of a gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of the dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters. That just adds to that level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty.
Love that.
It's this multifaceted
That laser
approach
looked
to how
great
we
too.
animate and sound that together defines the feel of Cold War's signature gunfighting experience. Here's Alvin with a debrief on some of the other combat systems waiting for you in Cold War.
Let's talk about two of the most significant and impactful features of multiplayer: create a class and score streaks. Our goal with create a class in Cold War is to empower you without making trade-offs.
See at least 3 attachments there.
Starts with simple. Create a class will be a slot-based system.
Ooh, here we go.
Governed by allocations or the Pick 10 system, you'll always boast a full class: primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade, and a set of perks.
Field upgrades are back.
Are items placed in the world to give your team an advantage. You can earn them solely based on time, not score. And they are the only type of game content that will
Proximity mines are now a field upgrade. That's good.
wild cards are back.
Ace.
In every
That's
class,
me.
You can pick 1 of 4 wild cards that let you do things like load your primary weapon with up to 8 attachments,
8?
carry up to 6 perks, double the number of lethals and tacticals you have, or carry 3 primary perks for many mixed
8?
Of course, a key component of create a class is the Gunsmith.
8?
In Black Ops Cold War, more optics and attachments to unlock and configure than ever before.
Oh, I love to hear that.
Primary weapon can be customized with 54 attachments.
Yes.
Different nodes or attachment points, with at least 6 options per attachment. By default, you can equip 5 attachments or 8 with the Gunfire Wild.
Oh, jeez.
Gunsmith will show you what equipping an attachment does as a positive or negative percentage. You can now build backwards, specking out the perfect gun for results you want to see.
Oh, they've overdid the. They did great.
Out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make the most balanced Call of Duty game.
Oh, they did great on Gunsmith.
There's one more thing I need to talk about. First up, we've updated score streaks so that earned score is kept through death. This change gives all players a chance to engage with
What?
one of the most visceral and fun experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a streak and string together multiple kills before your own death, streaks score bonuses help you earn into those higher-powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak spam, each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency. So, what score streaks are we talking about?
Not a fan.
Your favorites are back, but we've also got a few surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be used in all the classic ways: to aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system.
Why are they fixing what isn't broke, man?
Now I'll pass it over to Sunny to share more about our operators, how they move.
Gunsmith, flawless. I'm loving it. Score streaks, kill streaks, whatever they are, not a fan.
When you play as a Cold War operator, you won't just step into the boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To increase the fidelity and feel of even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept artists all work side by side, planning for every
I'm loving this ACOG though.
Every stance and position, every scenario. Thanks to increased dynamic bone counts, we've been
Is that a remake?
Physics and gravity.
Look like that one Black Ops 1 map.
Gear like pouches and grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will move more naturally than ever. Here's 4 specific ways movement has improved through new cutting-edge techniques in animation and programmatic movement. The first is sprint takeoff. This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint, and then it slows down to normal speed.
I don't like that.
To feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and fun of an operator's ability to slide. In Black Ops Cold War, when you slide, you start and end in a crouch position in a believable way. This allows 2-player movement states to function better as one, all while improving gameplay and enhancing.
It does not.
Footstep control.
If you guys saw,
Big part of a new movement system.
I'll let it go for a second.
And you'll make more noise. Of course, you still have Ninja as a perk, but Ninja is no longer the only way to keep quiet. Whether or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied to how fast you're moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic jump with a much more natural height, which will very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in all of these movement mechanics is to ensure operators' actions are not just authentic, but intuitive. When you press a button or a key, you should always feel in control of your operator. And this system has been built to translate your decisions into dynamic movement more
AK does look nice.
The era of the game might be the
Loving the snipers.
but the characters you play will move and shoot like the world's most highly skilled operators.
Signature combat. It isn't just
Absolutely hate the slide. Like I've been saying constantly. It's just way too fast. It's gonna camera everybody.
Combat isn't just about conflict. It's also movement. So the fluid ways in which your operators shift around the AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Create a Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle. These combat initiatives work together to deliver the most intuitive, plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground experience possible, and they're at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. And on that note, I'd like to introduce Miles, who's going to discuss some of the biggest innovations yet.
Thanks, Tony. All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience, but let's confirm it right here, right now. Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution, with Warzone not merely picking up where the Modern Warfare climax left off narratively, but also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action. Cold War and Warzone will also share post-launch content from a narrative standpoint across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over. It's important to us that you can still use your characters, weapons, and progression-related items, which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning they've been built to work together. Your player experience is everything to us. So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression, with much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available for use in both Warzone and Modern Warfare. We're collaborating with our studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve continuity while building a new chapter of Warzone that will immerse you into all of the best elements of Black Ops Cold War. That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun, absurdly accessible Warzone action. We can't wait for you to see how Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead. But that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just Warzone. That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play and progression, but will also deliver cross-generation play to the game. That's because Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience. And playing together on whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play and cross-progression across current and next-generation systems across all modes. That won't be easy, but it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play together to squad up and deploy.
Kind of like the menu. You see the chat box is back.
Battle Pass system delivering a steady stream of post-launch content. Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience, making it the deepest game in franchise history. Vaughn, where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles. On the subject of platforms, we've got a very special guest, Mark from Beanox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Beanox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of Duty franchise. In addition to the major improvements we have made to Call of Duty PC in the past, including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features and customizable settings. One of the biggest improvements this year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performance accelerating deep learning super sampling or DLSS, and reflex latency optimization technology. We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This improves surface and contact detail and fixes problems associated with traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows. Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game. For players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the Reflex low latency technology to lower system latency. This combines both GPU and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to talk about, but right now I would like to hand it back to David Van Dorn. Van?
We've declassified a whole lot today, and one thing is clear. Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best. Realistic, plausible, gritty. You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling, infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative into everything we do, even in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location, every weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you to uncover and experience. You've seen us challenge ourselves to not only innovate on classic game modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes. No matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. Tying it all together is that signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast and fluid. Feel powerful when you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new Creative Class and Score Streak systems give you even more of what you love, infusing more control and cinematic moments with less friction between you and the gameplay than ever before. And this is a true connected experience, Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before. And Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation cross-platform game. Now, that should be the end of our show, but this wouldn't be a Black Ops multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. A game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. Our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited to be launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called Fireteam. This new format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every Fireteam mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The Fireteam format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity, and it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called Fireteams. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives and modes that demand quick thinking. The action won't just affect you, but the environment you battle in. Enter Fireteam Dirty Bomb, one of the most unique game loops we've ever imagined. You and your team must search for uranium. Then, deliver that uranium to Dirty Bombs positioned around the map. Deposit uranium and detonate the bomb. Now, avoid radioactive fallout as you navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate and your success rate.
Ain't no way it's going to be that action-packed for 4v4.
About Fireteam Dirty Bomb and the other Fireteam modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to our public beta. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's play Black Ops Cold War.
If you guys have stuck around this long, I appreciate you sticking by, us reacting to the Cold War multiplayer reveal. I don't know whose gameplay we're going to see. Maybe Swag. I know Sean J's in it. Nick Merckx is in it. Legion's in it. Whole bunch of people. But we'll see what else we got. 37 minutes deep. Looks like this is just going to be the trailer again, so do yourselves a favor, get a little water. Good stuff. Stay hydrated, boys and gals. That was definitely an extended magazine right there. I don't know if you guys saw that. I didn't catch that the first time. 8 attachments, though. That is nuts. 8 attachments, up to 6 perks. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. The Gunsmith looks the best. One of the best customizable attachment systems I've seen to date yet. It just looks super good. The movement, I'm still very on edge about. The sprinting, I'm not really on board with it. The sliding, I'm obviously very, very against. The score streaks, I'm not really a fan of not having to work for it. It shouldn't just be handed to you. And then I'm not really a fan of the cooldown. You know, sometimes I like getting more than one UAV in a minute. I hope this music isn't copyright. If it is copywritten, then might have to mute portions of the audio. But let me know what you guys are thinking so far about it. I'm on the fence still. I think it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be filled with tons of content. And obviously, we'll have that content here on the channel. I'm still going to play it, even if I'm not a huge fan of it. But I think I just got to give it a chance. I think I'm just too against it right now with the sliding. I think the sliding is just one thing that I'll get used to, just like slide canceling in Modern Warfare. So, I mean, it's got so much potential. Warzone is looking great. or these large maps are looking great, is what I should say, but I would assume they're going to be implemented into the Warzone map. I don't know, man. I think it's definitely going to be a good game. It's going to be very Battlefield-like, and I'm for sure excited. I just don't know if I'm going to like it. We will see if this ends here, if this goes to some of the creators. We'll see what happens. Ooh. Zombies. There you go. Little zombies leak at the end. I don't know if that's it or not. Okay. Is this just gonna be a trailer or something? Just looks like more of the same stuff. I don't know if it's over yet. I don't want to do the outro and then have more content. So we'll stick around here for a couple more seconds, minutes, whatever we gotta do. Maven, I think, is that Jess? Can't remember her name. Yep, that's Jess.
We are pumped to start showcasing all the different deniable operations and signature combat experiences they've been talking about. This right here is where we step into the awesome chaos of multiplayer, and wow, does what they've got on tap this year look good.
We're going live with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, bringing you action from dozens of top creators and CBL pros from across the planet. From their homes to our studio to you in a way and scale we've never done before. Each one of them is about to deep dive into the game, and we'll be jumping on board with them to get you all the action from their point of view.
Right here is the place where we're giving you the goods. Core 6v6 style Black Ops modes like TDM, Kill Confirm, and Domination.
And we're about to wreak some havoc in brand new modes like Combined Arms, which just happens to include the vehicle-fueled warfare we gave you a little taste test of earlier. This unprecedented worldwide reveal also means that you're about to get your first good look at the highly competitive VIP escort mode.
And as a bonus for everyone watching this stream, we'll also talk about how Treyarch is approaching free post-launch content for Black Ops Cold War, as well as how they've optimized multiplayer for PlayStation 5.
This sounds awesome! Are you ready?
Holy shit, yes, I am ready!
That's a fine, Maven.
What's up, guys? I'm Nameless, and I'm here to make sure that you
Looks like that's Merc as well.
crazy moments that we have throughout the day. We have
Got all the casters on board. Love it.
world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We're going to have some of the guys that I've been loving to play with and watch over the years. Bobby Paul Gaming, Driftor.
Now, I think this gameplay they're going to show is the gameplay I've already watched. There's Nick Merce, you got Sean J.
And also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on Armada. Symphony, TIMTHETATMAN. Hopefully he can stay on the map. And also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day. We also have many more, as well as some of our CDL pros. They're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with.
That's great. I'm very excited to see the 12v12 right away. That's awesome.
Fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes.
Here's Merc.
Myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and well, I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay. The trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on, whether it's for casual player.
I think they turned Maven down a lot.
Features this game has. We've obviously had some eyes on with it, seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the internal stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at, just so many new features. As Nameless was saying, this map entirely on
They're playing this on PC, which I don't think is the move. I think they should have played it on PlayStation because obviously Sony owns the contract for Call of Duty. So I would assume that would kind of make Sony a little upset. Now I would assume he's playing on the highest FOV, being on PC. So it might look a little different. Oh my god, look at this Spaz 12.
Doesn't it just look like Treyarch? The color palette pops out. You have so many different attachments.
A lot of lag going on right now.
You have the traditional Black Ops mini map. Man, I
think this is just from the stream quality or whenever they were recording. Very possible, too, the game isn't fully optimized for PC, which he's playing on. Which is, like I said, very plausible.
Yeah, it's what Nameless was saying. Just this is like what the first map that's completely on water. You already see score streaks coming in. I believe that was a attack chopper in as he is just dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department. Yeah, I mean, his first clip when he first tweeted out, I was watching as you guys were introing it. You know,
see, now let's look how big this map is. Okay, zip lines are fast, like that. 5 objectives. It's looking like this might be 300, 400, 500 on the score as well. I just don't think 12v12 is going to work on this big of a map, you know? Very possible that FOV, once again, is making the map look a bit bigger. 400. Score goes to 400. I think they said next 2 hours. This is going to be a long video. I'm probably not going to put any edits on it. I'll probably just keep everything as it is. And because that'll take way too long to render. You know what? I should have live streamed this now I think about it. I should have just streamed this on the channel. Got swag. Okay, this is, it's saying Priesta, but this is swag. Here's the MP5. I mentioned this earlier that I really think this thing looks underpowered. I mean, that he shot 16 bullets there. He still got him, but now I'm wondering, are they playing this live? Because I know there was a lot of gameplay that was pre-recorded.
You can hear him talking a little bit. I mean, they've had some experiences. Well, this is SKYZ, one of the CDL pros. He was an MVP candidate for us, but here you go. You see him.
I'm gonna hop on Twitch while we watch some of this gameplay. Oh, the water looks great.
Black Ops 3, right? So you know you have these different features from past titles in this game. We'll see what he can do from the sneaky.
The water looks really good. I like how they did the water. Okay, this is live at the moment. This is completely live.
How stuff is breaking down throughout the course of the day. As we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat looking to get busy. Yeah, you can see he's got a turret on him as well. Right, you can hear that minigun go off later. Priesta, that's a nice headshot. Marksman, known for his search and destroy gameplay. He has been playing.
So now they're just hopping from stream to stream to stream, and they are just checking all this stuff out. They really got Swag's name as Priesta. Swag just killed a Cola Espresso. Love seeing him in this kind of stuff. Someone who I've always looked up to content-wise and channel-wise. So the XM4. is this the quote-unquote Commando, or is this just an M4? Because it has the wrap like the Commando from Black Ops 1, but it's called, obviously, the XM4. You can see Tim right here abusing the sliding, and this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. And you can see really how much the sliding is getting abused. Now, he's not doing as much here. Some players just constantly slide. You can just see how much the sliding is really going to be implemented in the high-tier players in the game. Now, I apologize that I'm talking over Merc and Maven. They're both casters, so obviously they're going to be talking the whole entire time. I got to get my 2 cents in here somewhere, which I guess I could mute the audio. And we'll mute the audio here for a second. I just want to talk about how literally the sliding is going to be such an impactful thing for all players. And the higher skill level players are going to be abusing it. And that's just something that is going to really make it hard for casual players and the hardcore players to really get a good happy medium. Because obviously skill-based matchmaking is going to be in here somewhere. And the people who are abusing that mechanic, you're going to see it a lot. And I'm just honestly not a fan of the sliding, as you saw a little bit with TIMTHETATMAN there. But I just think that it definitely needs tweaked a little bit. Maybe the movement speed comes off of the slide with the boost, but it's just my opinion. We got Scump on Driftor's team with SKYZ. We got Karma playing. Karma 3 rings right there. So I'm really confused. So they had, I don't know whose name they had up there. They have Karma stream up, and I swear that is Scump's notifications. Like, isn't that King Scump's logo right there? And Zippo Heatbank. Yeah, they're using Karma's face cam. Yeah, see, I knew that. I knew that right away. It was like, that's Scump, man.
I was wondering why I was hearing kind of Seth's call-outs more than anything. And this is a navel. What's going on with his hair, Joe?
I mean, listen, the guy, as a boat just flew off. I don't know what was going on. Nice shots, takes down Courage. I don't know. You know, he didn't have the best year for the Seattle Surge.
All right. Symphony is going to be one of the best players in this game, especially in Warzone. You can see him. He is abusing the slide. 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 Slide right here. Slide again. There it is. It's constant slide canceling. And it's just I don't want to do that all year, personally. I don't want to ruin my paddles. That's the only thing I have against the game right now. It's just the slide movement. And I'm going to be in a much higher skill bracket now. The first month or so, I'm typically not in the high skill brackets. Modern Warfare the first month was flawless and extremely fun for me, and then it started to get a lot harder with higher skilled players. Obviously, people progress as well, but I think in this game, honestly, I'm going to be insane off the rip, as always, and I'm just going to progressively get worse throughout the year, and the sliding is just going to become more of an issue, and something I'll probably complain about the entire game. But there's a lot of stuff I want to say here. This game is looking good. It has a lot of Battlefield vibes. I feel like it kind of has almost some World War II vibes with the hit marker system, the kill system, the medal system. But I don't know. It looks okay, and it has a lot of potential. A lot of potential. Nick Mercs is funny, man. Wow, that, okay, 76% damage. That guy was weak. I was about to say, that just shredded him. I saw some fast mags there, which is pretty cool. 54 different attachments. You could put maximum of 8 attachments on your weapon. That is just insane. I'm really feeling this. I'm really feeling this. You know, some of the mechanics I'm really liking. It's just going to be how it plays, man. Now, I'm noticing right here, our shotgun secondaries again. Oh, this shotgun is stupid, man. Look at this thing. This thing fires way too quick. Type 63 sounds like a submachine gun, but doesn't look like one. It looks like some sort of AR. Not sure what's going on with Prestigious Keys visuals. Excuse me.
Go ahead, take him through it. Yeah, Joe, I'll just shut up. He's just breaking it down for you guys. This is fantastic.
I like that. Is he takes the zip line?
It's not
He's got
big as ground war,
he's got a shotgun.
It's 12v12.
Okay. Yeah, 12v12, not as big as ground war.
Flags on.
You know what blows my mind about this stuff? Because obviously, well, I'm not very good at it, but like, I can like answer questions.
I'm not sure if these guys are going to get to play this like all day and if they're going to get to make content on it, because that's one thing that really sucks is for creators like myself is when these other creators have an opportunity to play the game early and make content on it, it really hurts creators like myself and anybody who doesn't have access to the game right away, because we cannot even have a chance to upload it. So therefore, all of your questions are already answered when you search something on YouTube. Me, myself, you know, I do the item shop. That's my main channel niche. And having that niche allows me to constantly upload item shops, and you guys always know where to come. If someone from the game, like I want to start uploading some of the weapon attachments and stuff like that, if they already have the full access to that and can make that content, it really does hurt small creators. So I'm hoping that this is just something that they can upload as like a video, and I'm assuming all these creators will be making some sort of content and just reusing the gameplay. But yeah, I mean, there's certain things in this game. I want to pump out content this year. I want over 500 videos for Cold War, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't affect me too much. Scump's going off right now with streaks.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like 7 to 8 straight kills pop up per Scump.
It's an RC car. Classic.
Frying the competition. Absolutely frying them.
Yeah, no, he has been. He has been. He is just keeping it.
Semtexable just subscribed. Man, that guy could make some good montages.
Streaks have been soaring. They're up 100 points, and the king is here. Oh yeah, surprise!
Timmy. Oh, Timmy's got an RT.
You can definitely... Oh, man, this game looks great on PC.
Jack is just lighting it up in the kill feed with the chopper gunner.
With the higher FOV, this game looks so good. Because with higher FOV, if you guys don't know, your movement speed just looks so fast. And the slide doesn't bother me as nearly as much as it does on console. Obviously, I have to play it on PS4. PS4 exclusives for the channel and everything. But, yeah. This is a very long game.
No, he is. Listen, that's what you're going to see. Well, he's been playing like Flight Simulator as of late, so that probably feels more natural for him right now, just exploring. But I'll tell you what, if they put like I don't know what they're called, the wake runners or the jet skis in the game, like they put that in the CDL, do you think that Doug Sensor Martin actually could get on a pro team?
That was such a huge dig at Sensor.
If there's a jet ski, there's a chance.
You know he's got the determination.
He's retiring. He's back. He's retiring. We love you, Doug Sensor Martin.
Guys, after this game, I'm thinking that we will wrap it up, and I'm going to get some more footage here somewhere for you guys, and then we'll hopefully be able to break some stuff down. But a lot of content. October 8th, that's when we're going to be hitting it the hardest, man. When that beta comes out, we're going to be pumping out content left and right. Going to be sticking to Modern Warfare content for a bit, you know, going throughout both. And we'll just see where it keeps going, man. There's the first game. We'll see if they're going to play something a little bit different, some a little bit shorter. I would love to see some of the other game modes, but I don't want to see another one of these huge dominations.
Well, as he thanks the subs, we wrap up the first map. Leisha, enjoy that little 70 train. Hope you're having a great time. But
see if we can see a leaderboard. Can we see it? Switch to the scoreboard, please.
And then you see some, you know, the post game. You know, you have score, you have damage dealt, you have eliminations again. You had EKIA and Black Ops 4. It looks like that's making that return, and you can sort of see your path
I don't see... Okay, this is an alpha. If you look at the top right, you can see it says alpha gameplay, which is what I was for sure looking for. So they are all on an alpha. They probably had some sort of closed download, specific link to download it. But, yeah, I was very interested to see if we would have access to, like, a PS4 exclusive alpha like they did with Modern Warfare and Gunfight, which it doesn't seem to be the case.
It was just pretty. It was absolutely beautiful, but we kind of talked through the gameplay. We saw a lot of different POVs. To break down some of the best moments, we're going to toss it over to Nameless.
Thanks, guys. That was an incredible game. That was just a hilarious, fun, and entertaining way to kick off the day. And what I really like about Combined Arms is that it fits everybody's playstyle. There's things for everybody to do. You saw Marksman loving the boat. You saw a lot of people sniping, and then you saw some of our CDL pros like Scump using that AK-74U. I mean, the sniper can be so deadly on this map because there are super long-range fights that you can take from boat to boat. And if you really want to get crazy, you can try to snipe somebody off the zip line.
All right, guys, we have been recording for an hour, and I think we're going to leave it off there. If you guys, want to watch any of this gameplay or anything after this, you can always go over to the Call of Duty channel on Twitch, watch back the VOD. There's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of videos, most likely, of people re-uploading this entire stream and all that. There always is. There's going to be plenty of ways to watch it. So if you're interested in any more content, we got a good look at a lot of stuff here today. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I was very opinionated on certain things, so hopefully some of them you take with a grain of salt. It is just my opinion. You might love the game, even if I don't 100% love it with all my heart. There's a lot of things that look very promising, a lot of things that look very good. And, yeah, I mean, it's just going to be, it's going to be a fun year. I'm going to mute the audio there. And, it's going to be a fun year, like I said. I'm hoping to pump out plenty of content for you guys. And I hope we have a great time here on the channel. The goal is 25K and then 50K. That is the goal for this year. Don't know if I'm going to hit it. I'm certainly going to try. We're about to hit 15K. So if you stuck around an hour through the video and you're not subscribed, you might as well be. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you drop a like on the video. Like I said, if you're interested in seeing any more of this content, head on over to one of the channels. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. But like I said, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. That's going to do it for me, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by throughout this video here today. I'm out.